destination. Katunayaka, we don't have any no arrivals, no departure, nothing is there, but we are having a good flight over here. Right now we are coming to cruising altitude as well. මේ තාරක මෙන්න මේ තරුව ඔයා දැකලා තියෙනවද කියලා? මගේ ස්ක්‍රීන් එකේ පේනවද කාටද මේ ටිරාන් තාරක
ඉන්න බල
මේ බල මේ තරු පන්ති දැකලා තියෙනවද?
ප්ලේට්ස් නේ
දැකලා තියෙනව නේද? මම ඔගේ නම නම් දන්නේ නැහැ. That is already there in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
මොකද්ද? තාරකා රටා.
නෑ නෑ මේක අපි අර කොමන්ලි දකින්න එක.
තරු කියලා දෙයි.
ඕක 7 දින්න 2 2 3 4 5 6 7. හරිනේ මෙතන 8කුත් තියෙනවා. චූටි එක. මේකද එතකොට 7 දින්නක් කියන්නේ කෙලින්ම question mark එකක් නේ.
බැංගලෝර දැන් ආයි කොහෙද යන්නේ?
බැංගලෝර වලින් ඉඳලා කොළඹට. මට දැන් අර ෆ්ලයින් අවර්ස් හරිනේ මගේ. මට දැන් තියෙන්නේ මේ පයිරප් 3ක් දාගන්න ඕක. එච්චරයි. මම දුර ගිහිල්ලා අවර්ස් ගන්න කම්ප්ලීට් කරා පයිරප් ම තියෙනකොට මේ ෂෝට් ෆ්ලයිට් තමයි ෆ්ලයි කරන්න ඕනේ. නැත්නම් ඉතින් පයිරප් ගොඩක් දාගන්න පැය ගාණක් ඉඳලා වැඩක් නැහැ. So we just can
ලෑන්ඩ් කරන එක බලබලා හිටියා අන්තිමාරේ ඊට පස්සේ වුණේ
මගේද?
මේක
මගේ එකද?
ඔව්.
අද පට්ට ස්මූත් ඈ තාරක 102යි fps. පොඩ්ඩක් බවුන්ස් වුණා හැබැයි. බවුන්ස් වෙලත් ඒක මේ 102කට වඩා අඩු එකක් ආවා.
102යි අවුලම.
ඊට වඩා අඩු කරගන්න තමයි try කරන්නේ බලමු. ලංකාවේ කී කොහොමද ඉදන්නේ? එකම දේ මේ ටැක්සි වලට ලකුණු 5ක් කැපෙනවද?
high speed taxi එක.
Now we are going to Sri Lanka. We are almost 240 miles away, and the departure is coming ahead in next 30 minutes. And if you are watching, please subscribe to our channel and connect with our channel for further flights. Right now we have 2 screens. One is our small screen and the large screen. In the large screen we communicate, and we have the, if you want to look at the flight in clear large screen, then come to this large screen, otherwise stay in the small screen. Through small screen you can enjoy the same way as you do in the large screen, but still large screen is much more enjoyable. We can share the details and work with you out. But when it comes to the small window, that is a place you can have a look into your flight, and you can come and go, and you can comfortably look at the flight. We are going to Colombo. Right now we are in the middle of the way to Colombo, and we are trying to come up with a good landing. We came to Bangalore, and the landing was awesome. Actually, we were able to manage the landing at 102 fpm. Right now we are trying to get a butter landing again in Colombo. In this aircraft, butter landings are not an issue. This is a small aircraft, A320neo aircraft, but when it comes to this kind of short haul destinations, This aircraft is one of the amazing aircraft. Uh, in the sky you can see the same patterns you see in the real world. You can see some star patterns as you see in the real world, and you can enjoy that breathtaking views even though it is a night tonight. And today is for us Friday night. Maybe you are in Bangalore, maybe you are in Sri Lanka or in the Indian region. This is a place for you to have a look into this flight. Definitely this is going to be a great flight if you want to explore out this breathtaking views. Definitely this is going to be one of the greatest place for you to come and explore if you are a tourist, or even if you are a virtual flight simulator guy. So that is not an exception. You can fly in that. If you don't want to explore in the dark, I just would like for you to change your time and show up the afternoon time as well. But still we are traveling up in the night. This is whole night we are traveling on. We can see the ground still, and everything is visible. Very clear sky and everything. We are coming up for the landing, but this is for us at night, even though we have done it right now just for you to view it in the daytime. Let me know in the comment. I think I had a long-term viewer Shamika tell me, is it daytime best for you or nighttime best for you? Anything up to you. I can make sure you are going to use the same breathtaking view. I just explaining all the people that there was an unfortunate incident happened related to K7 aircraft Boeing 737 freight. I had some important evidence to show. If you can come up in the large screen, I can show up some evidence that flight has gone through really narrow spiral game. Unfortunately, because of this, flight has been crashed down, and the same story I have seen, and this is a very ill-fated. I don't know whether the aircraft is ill-fated or whatsoever. We don't know whether who to blamed in this particular incident, but this is definitely going to be a real painful situation, right? If you think like that, just have a look into this video. I have been referring right a short while ago. Okay, I have this the screen with me right now. I'll try to make it available for both of viewers. Let me try it out. Over here I had a window that I used for the same. Okay, I think this is something you need to look at, guys. Now, I think in the major screen you can see this screen. We have discussed that within within our members during last flight as well. But again, in this flight also, having a look into this is very important, because this is what happened to this flight. This is a very unfortunate situation. We have to be sensitive in this kind of situation, because no one is expected to this kind of massive disaster in middle of a flight, but in middle of the ocean, and in middle of somewhere in the Arabian Sea, we have seen the most devastating accident happened in this region, mostly in the Southeast Asia, closer to India and Pakistan. Yes, in the ground, lots of incidents happen, guys, but you have to look into this. This website, flisto.net, has, captured this incident, but you have to look into this incident. Then I will show you something very interesting during this crash as well. Still, we have some way to go to the landing also, and obviously this is something very problematic and very unfortunate situation when it comes to the when it comes to the pilots whoever in this flight. Definitely something we have to be sensitive and sympathetic enough for this kind of incidents, because you know, they might have struggled hard in this. Hi Aviation 46, thank you very much for being here. And again, coming up on this flight, we have a very short flight, but in the flight, we have to share something with you. This is a very large flight, Boeing 747 400 flight. This is taken off from OMSJ, and in their final moments, they have been in flight level 350 and 446 as their ground speed, and they were descending in 120. It looks like they have started their descent. Maybe they are top of descent, but you need to look into this. Look at this. Now the aircraft is slowly coming down, and the aircraft is slowly coming down. I can show you up the altitude. I can tell you the altitude right now. For the small screen viewers, definitely the altitude, we have to think about several things. First of all, the altitude, the flight level 350, but it is descending, right? Look at this. Now altitude is 34,000. It is going slowly. There is no harsh thing that you can see over here, and then it is coming over here. I think we can click and go to somewhere over here. And now look at, the aircraft has turned the other way around, and it is taking a spiral ride. And now this is the exact moment it is turning out to be something, but he is trying to recover the aircraft by climbing again. Right now he is in flight level 300 and 310, and again he is trying to climb, and that is the exact moment they are hitting the coffin corner of that particular speed, where you can clearly see the speed is dropping 263, 262, and then 261, and they are reducing still 252. Look at this. They have entered into somehow kind of stall, and then after that their speed, ground to speed, reduced drastically. With this kind of situation, actually flight is very unstable. Now it is slamming into the ocean. So this is a very sympathetic incident. The stalling and this circular motion is something very challenging for a pilot to control. And I'll have your eye into this as well. In your small screen, just look into this. I think over here you can see some more information how the pilot seen his aviation and navigation controls. I think they have reported some sort of navigation issue to the ATC as well. Look at this. Now you can have a look into this flight. Just this flight is going through this spiral moment, and now something is happening. Very unfortunate for a pilot to be in this situation. I know for some reason you cannot see my stream, or maybe yeah, you can see my stream. Look at this. Now you can see over here the captain is trying to take the control of the aircraft, but it is not. It might be captain or co-pilot. They are trying hard to get the control of the aircraft, but ultimately it stalled and got crashed. That is the information available right now, but there will be new information coming up in the coming days. We don't know anything still. Whoever the people who have captured this particular incident gets the original credit of this information. And we are right now traveling in the night moment, and definitely we can switch this up to the same night moment again when we are again back in the destination. At the same time, we are checking many information from you. Actually, whenever this kind of incident happen, definitely it is going to be something very challenging. Oh, yeah. When it comes to VetSim, yes, it is sometimes people. It is very difficult to understand when they are speaking because they are speaking very fast and like us from Sri Lanka or maybe from this region is finding very difficult it to understand when the ADC in English, but there is nothing to do. It is the universal language, and people speak in English. We have to adopt with the this particular change in aviation, and we need to adopt with whatever the language we want to speak in every way possible. That is the most priority when it comes to aviation because we have to travel everywhere, even though we are not the real world pilots. Still, we have the same challenges, right? I hope you also think the same. Yes, challenges are enormous. We have to work with different types of challenges. We might say this challenge and that challenge. That is not the only challenge we might be able to face, but there are some much more, uh, you know, identical challenges when as pilots we can experience. And indeed, if you if you're not like to this date, if you don't like this daytime view, I can definitely turn the scenery to night. This is just a viewing scenery. I think another aircraft is coming in, or maybe it was spawned in. It is called as Sri Lankan 1213. I think that is also Sri Lankan Virtual Airlines. It might be, it might not be. If you are in the short window, you can see that another aircraft is available in our destination airport. Uh, to take off, and this is something I think important because now another aircraft is spawned into the runway, and at the same time we are flying this flight, and I can share you most of the information. And let's discuss something. What do you think about this incident? Not incident, actually, this unfortunate accident. When it comes to this aircraft, this is ill-fated flight Boeing 747 400 aircraft. Actually, there is kind of center line deviation was there about 4 degrees or below in 500, but that is normally is ideal, and it is not a problem at all. There are aircraft and the navigation related issues they have come up with. We cannot assumption anything that we cannot come into the assumption what has happened to that aircraft that is started from Sharjah airport, and ultimately they had to stop in somewhere. Unfortunately, they have to go through this unfortunate situation. Tell us what do you think about it. And I'm thinking few reasons why this could have happened. One thing is the failure of their stabilizer. For example, it could be the stabilizers, because when stabilizers are down, the aircraft nose can go down. At the same time, when pilot tries to do all the corrections, the plane start to go into uh, the- go go into losing their uh, thrust in the aircraft, and they are losing that thrust means they are losing the altitude. That at the same time, the aircraft itself is becoming kind of unflyable machine, and that is exactly where this particular problem happened, in my opinion. Tell me what do you think, but there are several concerns. I mean, as a pilot, you are thinking of. I have a video I have done. I'm flying this fly by wire. I learned through this, but I also want to tell you something. In flyby via A320, I had to face some challenging situation one day. I start my flight from Bergen, expecting arrive in, as I remember, in London Heathrow. Oh, maybe LFPG or Charles de Gaulle Airport. But at the moment, I had to face an unusual incident that is called protection is lost in my aircraft. Now my aircraft is shuttering here and there. I can't do anything virtually because there is nothing I can do. Indeed, now we have exactly come to our descent as well. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see this daytime view or the nighttime view. I prefer this daytime view because this daytime view gives you much control over the flight. That is the whole reason. But you can see another aircraft also departing. Maybe the aircraft that we can see here in Sri Lanka right now in the ground, but there is a rival aircraft as well in Sri Lanka. Is on final. It will appear in the arrival. It is United Arab Emirates 416 aircraft. I think it is coming to Sri Lanka. No, it is going to Sydney. It is a long haul aircraft. It is not coming. But we have another aircraft coming to Sri Lanka, BNB 659. Let's see whether it is coming to. It is coming to Sri Lanka. You should be able to see that in the arrival in any minute. In your small window, you can see if you have any traffic coming to the destination. You can see it in the screen as well. That means you can see all the flights in the airport. That means whenever they have come into the final approach phase, the arrival planes also coming into that list. This is one of the new feature introduced by me just to reduce your boredom in long haul flights. So if you have any idea to further increase this option, just let me know, because that is how we can improve this experience for your understanding, and in order for you to get that grasp in the view, because when you are not bored only, okay, you prefer the daytime, that means I keep the daytime. That is obviously in the large screen. People say the daytime is the best time, and the small screen. Do you have any challenges? Let me know in the small screen. And this flight is coming up for its landing, and I'm trying to do a steep landing. Let's try to plan for that. Right now you can see we are leaving from the from the soil of India and coming to Sri Lanka. This isolated island with breathtaking views. We are coming to that particular location. You can see all the islands are visible right now. Let's see what kind of view we are getting. We are right now passing Rameshwaram. On your right hand side, you can see the Rameshwaram. If you have not seen, this is the Rameshwaram. You can see it over here, but it is not clear as it should be. You can see this edge over here, the land edge right over here. It is also a part of Rameshwaram. It is almost below myself. That means in a moment I'm arriving in Sri Lanka. That means we are landing in a moment. That means you can see how a pilot lands an aircraft. But it's not a small ordinary landing. It's a very specific landing. We are going to make it better. That means the landing itself is going to be much smoother landing. It is not going to be another one more landing. That is what I want this landing to be. This landing to be better, and I'm making my environment be ready for that. You can see the Sri Lankan soil also appearing. You can see this. This is isolated, very nice island coming into the visibility. Right now over here, you look at on this. There's the beauty of Sri Lankan island. We have very versatility in the island as well. Even though it is an island for me, it's a world, and obviously it's for every Sri Lankan as well. Because everywhere in Sri Lanka where we see, it's a diversity, not like in India. India has a different vibe, but Sri Lanka itself has a different vibe. You just have to come up and have a look into this particular location. You can see many scenic views, whether you are on the ground or on the, you know, or whether you are on the ground or in the clouds, you can still experience the same breathtaking views. Just for our viewing purposes, let's make it a evening, because anyway, right now the real time is almost night, but my viewers prefer somewhere around the time should be kind of daytime, so that's why I'm making it a daytime look. That means it is less boring for you to look into that flight. Now you can see this way. You cannot see the ground. I'll reduce a little bit. Then you can also see the ground. I think this is what is the best view in Sri Lanka. I think this golden color. Yep, you can see the country over here, but this is not the morning for Sri Lanka, but I just customizedly changed that for us to see that very nice view. And we can look at our approach checklist. We need to check our barrow references right now. Very quickly, we also need to look at the aircraft configuration. That is what we make a precise landing. And our QNH is 1010. I couldn't make these two standard, but right now I am making it because I haven't started my descent. But definitely I am good to start my descent as well. But I will wait for a moment. To start my descent to the airport. Righto, and also like we are in the 160 curve, we are about 160 nautical miles away. You can see the land area over here. Likewise, here as well. It is not a morning, but we are coming in kind of clear sky, and we can also make sure our landing performance are set as required. Indeed, we have a too steep path that is purposeful. We're trying to come up really fast in this landing. Let's see how it goes. If anything happened, let's see what to do. But the duration and the requirement we have is anyway. We have also reached the top of descent. That is also fine. QNH is 1010. Now the QNH also has been changed. 1010. The temperature is 28 Celsius. Oh my gosh, 28 Celsius on 230. That means that is the degree that wind is following, 230 and 9 knots. And we are entering it over here. And we just make sure our temperature is going to be 28 Celsius. That is also I'm making over here. That means you can also see the same distance, and I will make sure my minimums are at 340, and I will keep it at in the approach phase for now. And let's wait for a moment. Let's look at when the top of descent we have to be taken in. Let's sync it up. We should have 116. Then we will take it. We now in the top of descent. Let's reduce the altitude a little bit and make the aircraft aligned with whatever the altitude changes we are getting in. And once we are all good with the descent, I will make the throttle idle. That means we are in the descent mode. And what I'm doing is, right now I'm trying to make around 1,700 feet per minute. And I need to move a throttle a little bit forward. Apart from that, my descent is started.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen. As you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up.
And indeed, we have a very steep path.
If you are up,
but
once
that's
you return to your
totally
seat, we
okay.
ask that you remain seated until your aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for
When you
arrival.
are a pilot, you should be looking at every possibility into a flight. You need to analyze the situation and understand the real problem. But the people will, with hands on, look into everything around it. Definitely, that is how any pilot will be competent enough. And if you look at this lineup right now, we are waiting for our arrival in Bandar Naik International Airport. And if you remember, last few days we were looking at, tracking up our flights and getting it to the right moment. And this trip will be ending from Colombo, and that means we have to make sure we are in the right descent altitudes right now. And now it will be anyway descending, but I'm also descending with a careful planning. And just to make sure my planning is already preserving whatever the altitude we have during the final approach. That is also one of the reasons I'm doing it like this. I don't want to rush. It has to be a very reliable descent. Most of the time, if ATC is there, then definitely they might pressure us to do so. But that is not my way actually. I just need to make sure everything is smooth up to the last leg if there is no ATC. But if the ATC is there, the final objective for me is to obey them and aviate, navigate, communicate. That is the three phases aviation teaches us to do. And it is very hard work for me to come up with this configuration of altitude and the heading knobs. Right now I quickly reduce, but still I have enough distance. At the same time, I'll reduce the speed as well. Yep. We are now reducing the altitude. And let's look at the flight plan. Just cross-checking everything if everything is aligned, and we don't see last-minute surprises. Here we have two steep paths, but we make sure we are not seeing that kind of steep paths. But that is also totally okay. That is also a challenge. Even in the Bangalore, I made it steep, and I landed with that steepness itself, because it doesn't matter how the steep is it, but what matters most is how smooth our landing goes in. Until the last moment we are waiting just like that. But you look at this now, if you look at this curve over here, we still don't have time to land and settle. Look at this, the landing is coming over here. That means we need to increase our vertical profile a little bit to make sure we are landing early as required. This landing profile is a little bit over for us. Let's make it somewhere around this and see where the descent profile comes in. From there we only have one leg to settle down. We are not going towards to the mountainous area. Okay, you can see BMB 659 aircraft is now at the arrival phase, and now it is visible in your screen at your eyes. Just have a look into that. It is very interesting, right? Now it is in the final arrival phase. That means it is about to land in next moment. That is why I am telling you, it is always important whenever there is a flight, that flight has been descended in the correct way, and when you have the information required, then you can have look not just the video but around the airport information as well. Otherwise you should have to stay a little longer. But right now I want to make sure my descent profile. Right now we are at flight level 210. That means we still have to increase a little bit. 28. Let's descend from 3000 feet. Then let's see. Okay, it is coming over here. Then let's bringing it to 2900, 2800. Okay, let's keep it 2900. And let's bringing this destination to 2500 directly. So what I'm going to do is, this is a kind of managed descent. That means we are expecting our altitude to be at a specific position. It is only 40 nautical miles away. This is more or less the last moment. We can increase our vertical descent to 3000. Now we can see we are over here. That means we will reduce the descent profile a little bit. We just adjust and see where it fits the most. Then we don't have to go in lower altitude for a long time. We just descend in the right path, and we just have to be on the right path. Okay, I have brought it up to a little bit longer now. When it comes to speed, we need to reduce the speed definitely. Now let's apply some braking. Let's prepare for cabin for landing as well. Oops. Anyway, everything is good enough. let's increase the descent profile a little bit. I think we can see the runway. Spoilers. I think for some reason airport is not that visible. I think there is some issue. There is a patch over there. Now it is loading. It looks like some internet issue or something. My speed is managed. Okay, cabin check. Spoilers armed. Cabin crew be seated for landing. Traffic on 1 mile final to runway 22. Okay, the other aircraft also landed. And then let's look at my plane. I'm a bit too high over here.
Flight attendants.
Number V569 on runway 22, we're heading.
This is too high landing. Let's see whether it is going fine or how. Uh, 。 This kind of test requirement that I'm right now handling. But the only problem for me is my altitude is the only problem that I'm seeing right now. But it looks like the plane is managing most of it. Manual control. Let's try to land. Check. This was too high this time. If in case we couldn't land, let's go around. I think we should be able to manage.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
400. Minimum.
Continue. It looks like now the manual landing is pretty much okay. We can, looks like we can land. But let's see how the final goes in.
$50, $40, $30, $20. $20, $10, $5, $10, $5, $5.
This is not a good landing anyways. Colombo traffic vacating on runway 22. I'm not raising, but it looks like my throttle has a problem. Okay, that means we have arrived in Bandar Naik International Airport. Even we didn't hear the recording. That means the landing is not that good today. But that's okay because I landed without any stabilization. So from that sense, actually, I did a good landing. Okay, now wish me luck. I'm going to take off this flight, and this is my final flight. Actually, I am getting my junior first pilot license today. So I need your support. I need to be on the channel, and I'm going to do the landing. I thought this is also going to be a good landing, but again it was pretty unstable from the beginning. From that sense, yes, this is not a good landing, but still I think my feet per minute rates have not gone up to further levels. That means from that sense I have done a good deal over here. I'll park on this B14 gate. Oops, 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 oops. It is shifting a little bit. Okay, all good. We need to check our wheels. Wheels are a little bit heated. I will let the brake fan. Look at this. And also parking brake okay. Landing lights I need to turn off. I think pretty much good over here. And let me pick it up over here. Let's look at the engine. And also look at how the scores received. So we were at 409 FPM. That is a little bit off, but what to do, right? We had a hard landing. Actually, we could have go around because of unstable approach, but we didn't do so. We had to take that blame up. So we are checking the engine temperature is good, and turning off engine 1. And I also need the services over here, ground power unit, and make it available. And then I'm turning off engine number 1. Wow, now I have done my flight, but my FPM rate I couldn't manage it in this flight, but that's fully okay. What to do, right? We have to manage it in the way that we need it, but this time it was not. But what do you think? Tell me in the comment. In your opinion, would you fly with me? Do you fly with me? Do you fly with Dulip? Can you write down in the comment? If I landed good, just hit that like button and subscribe this channel. Otherwise, just tell me what I need to improve. Okay, no response from the small window, and from the large window. Shamika, tell me, what do you think on this? Apologies, I couldn't do a good landing, and I eaten up your expectations over here. Apologies about that. I could have stabilized my flight a little bit earlier. That is exactly where I faced this issue. But anyway, now I have arrived in this destination, and let's analyze my this flight. How is it? That's all I need to know right now. Great, I need only one pirate now to become the junior first officer. And when it comes to the flights from the Sri Lankan virtual, I have done few flights. Sri Lanka, Maldives, India, Pakistan, Singapore and Japan. So the next flight would be to Maldives. This is my final flight for today and we have some celebrations to do. And I think you should be there to celebrate that with me. I'm going to take my flight to Maldives and that is the flight that I will be in right now. So first of all, now I have done that flight and this is my last flight going to be.
No, තාම එහෙන මාර ගණනේ.
Tiran land කරාද?
ඔව්.
ලෑන්ඩ් කර.
මගේ දෙවැනි ලෑන්ඩින් එක නම් අවුල් ඈ.
ගණන් ගන්නද?
FPM එක 412යි මං බැලුවේ අර ඩිසයින් කරගෙන ඇවිල්ලා රන්වේ එක ළඟදීම අඩු කරන්න.
මගේ ලකුණු කැපිලා තියෙන්නේ මේ මොකක්ද අර කේස් එකට. engine not started in sequence. I'm a 1-2 ni start කරේ වෙද්දන්න අවත කියලා.
අම්මට R points කියලා 100ක් තියෙනවා. ඒ මොකද්ද?
R points කියන්නේ rank points.
ඒ කියන්නේ ඒක හොඳයිද?
100ක් තියෙන්නේ.
තියෙනවනේ එහෙම එක. landing with fuel above the final reserve ඔක්කොම 100යි ලකුණු. connected with network VATSIM starting points on time booked departure on time booked arrival multiple flights වලට දෙකක් හම්බෙලා තියෙනවා ලකුණු. multiple flights 2+ flight length less than 2 hours +5 stabilized approach +5 landing good engine started in sequence preparation time ඒ ඔක්කොටම දීලා තියෙනවා ලකුණු 100. ඒ කියන්නේ මං හිතන්නේ ඔතන multiple flights එකට ලකුණු 5ක් දෙනවා. on time booked arrival on time booked departure හරිද? ඒ කියන්නේ මේක අර යන වේගෙන්ම කරලා ලකුණු 100ක් ගන්න පුළුවන්.
ඔව්.
ඔව් ඒ on time ඒ departure time එක දාපුවා මම දෙන්නේ නැහැ ඒකයි. මගේ landing rate එක 275යි.
ඒක හොඳයි. මගේ මේ මට උනේ ඇත්තටම මම අර ගොඩක් I came up from bit high and then I got down. එතකොට ඒක ටිකක් දුර වැඩි.
මම කොහොමද මේ average එක 300ට අඩුවේ තියාගන්න තමයි උඩරම try කරන්නේ 291යි. ඔක ගොඩක් අඩුවෙන් තිබ්බේ මේ අර එක landing එක කවුල් කියා එකකින් වැඩි වුණා ඒක.
මගේ average එක 500 ගණන් වල.
මගේ නෑ මේ පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න මගේ average එක බලන්න. මගේත් average එක බලන්න පුළුවන් නේ.
ඔව් dashboard
කොතනින්ද ඒක බලන්නේ? dashboard එකේ නේ.
profile dashboard එක.
පොඩි ටික වැටිගෙන යනවා දැන්.
FPM එක 363යි මගේ.
363. අවුලක් නැහැ 363. ආන්නේ.
නෑ ඒ කියන්නේ average අඩුම flight එකක ඒ ටික අපි හරියට කරගන්න එපයිනේ.
average 200ට වගේ තියාගන්න පුළුවන් නම් ගොඩක් හොඳයි. ඒක ගොඩක් smooth.
average එක මම 100ට තියාගන්නවා. මං අද මේ ඩිසයින් කරේ අර runway එක ළඟට ඩිසයින් වෙන්න.
100ට ගියාම මේ ලකුණු කපනවා.
ඇයි?
මම එකපාරක් 134 දාලා මේ ඒ කියන්නේ too smooth වෙන්නත් හොඳ නෑලු landing එක.
නෑ ඒක වෙන්නේ ඩ්‍රයිනර් runway එක අවුලක් නෑ. වැඩේ තියෙන්නේ මේ සමහර වෙට් runway වල එතකොට load එක වැඩි නා. එතකොට හොඳ නෑ කියලා කියන්නේ.
මේ මු රණ මේ livery එක accept කරලා
කරනවා. ඇයි මගේ ගිය පාර ජපාන් එක ඒගොල්ලෝ ටිකක් වෙලා ගන්න නෑ. ඒ පයිරෙප් එකක් දාලා මොනවා හරි අලයක් තිබ්බොත් ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒක මේ රිවියුවර් කෙනෙකුට ඇක්සෙප්ට් කරන්න දෙනවා. ඒකයි ප්‍රශ්නේ. ඇත්තටම.
අර අලුත් අර කවුද අර ශාමිකද කවුද හදපු livery එක
and let me know in the chat where would you like to where's my next flight? This is my final flight for today, and this is great. And today I'm having that landing. Thank you very much, Shamika. Be online. You can even stay continued, but even you can sleep as well. Thank you for staying up throughout my landing. Really appreciate.
ඉවරී හැදුවට thank you කිය.
And එයාද livery එක හැදුවේ ශාමිකද?
ඔව් එයා තමයි
Shamika,
pipeline
thank you for the livery. I think you created one livery, but I didn't know from your name you are Shamika. Your name is VOBL or something, right? In the chat. Yep, and right now this is the time I need to go to most attracted tourist location. That is Male. Right now Male. දැන් මං හැමදාම මං ෆ්ලයි කරන්නේ නැහැ නේ අද ඉවර කරනවා ඕක නැත්තා මේක නිකන් අල්ලගත්තා වගේ නේ මේක වගේ. And now I am going to Male. VRMM Male Velena International Airport. My next destination, I am dispatching this flight, and then I am taking ALK 101. It is going 150, but now time is 4:19. But that is the suitable flight. A333. I think I'm this time going with A333. That means A33900, and I'm going on city of Senkadagala this time, or means Kandy, and also I'm getting offline network VATSIM. That means I need to restart my simulator. Maybe Taraka, would you like to join with me for a co-pilot flight, shared cockpit co-pilot flight? Taraka?
We are very cheap enough.
shared cockpit co-pilot කෙනෙක් විදියට එන්න බැරිද? And we have baggage containers.
කරන app එක මං ගාව නෑනේ.
ඒකත් ඔය app එකේමයි කරනවා ඇත්තනේ.
නෑ නෑ.
අපි එහෙනම් ඇත්තටම මේ
මොකද්ද join නෑ මොකද්ද? ඔය ධනුෂය දන්නවා මොකද්ද කියන්නේ. ඒක දාගන්න ඕනේ.
Will ask from Eric නේද? Then okay, now for Romeo face.
You know.
Hari, good night.
Good night.
Good morning. Okay, this time we are going to Maldives or Male International Airport, Male Velena International Airport. So if you are connecting to this flight, please let us know in the comment. Right now, we are spooling up our aircraft. That is the first thing we have to do. Actually, this is my A33900, but this time I'm going to choose the other aircraft, the big brother A330. So I will definitely need a bit of time in order to switch up this up to my new aircraft. That means A33900. That is my new 100. We are trying to do this. Tiran? Gya Tarak innone?
Oh, Tiran gya.
Taraka me flight එක ඉවර නම් co-pilot කතාව බලමු පොඩ්ඩක්. And now
මට තේරෙන්නේ වගේ නේ.
co-pilot එකක් තියෙනවානේ. co-pilot flight එක.
Co-pilot.
And we are right now in Katunaik International Airport. Just a matter of changing the airplane. Right now we are looking for a different airplane to Male Velena International Airport. And let me know your feedback whenever it is coming to the landing. And we want to thank our friend for creating Sri Lankan livery. Chamika Chaturanga developer. Oh my gosh, Chamika Chaturanga. It's great. I know you by the name now. I prefer to call you in the name than SC Dev. Even most of the time I saw someone called SC Dev is there. But that is not the exact person I was looking for. Right now I'm taking A350-900. No, that is not the aircraft I want to select. I'm taking A330-300-941 and make sure because the approval taking a little bit of time, right? That is where the serious problem is. Either what we can do is we can modify the booking and stay up with the other aircraft. Maybe I'm selecting to go with this. Even though it is taking time, I will get the rank for sure. So I get flyby via simulation and I get my lovely Sri Lankan livery, and I invite you to have this stream. This is my big brother going to the game right now. A330-900 from B9 gate, B14 gate is going to depart to Malé International Airport. What do you think about it? Can you connect to this stream and have a look into this particular screen on planes? This is very important because we are flying to another destination. This is where I am getting my first badge in VMCs with Sri Lankan Virtual Airlines. At the same time, you can see all our airlines available in the region, and in a moment I will turn up my aircraft on, and definitely I'll have some configurations over there. Let's do that one as well. And now we are just taking off from runway 22 and arriving in Malé. This is just 1 hour journey, and then we are done, and we have taken our all the aspects, and I think that's it. SC Dev has done a great job in creating the liveries, and I hope he can develop it further. Okay, I'm coming up with this flight, and then I need to upload this flight into VMCs. From there I need to get my latest flight, and then I need to pre-file the flight as well. That means I book this flight in VATSIM. That means globally you can track with ALK 101 call sign. And I am switching the call sign into ALK 101. So the aircraft is A330-900. Righto. Now everything is done and ready. That means we have one specific configuration to do. This is right, and we can do the flight configuration. Now we are in the plane. First of all, we'll do this and this, and let's start the APU, and at the same time let's take up the fuel and get it up there, and from the FMGC. From here, let's init the flight plan to Malé International Airport. Now it will be coming up. It will take a little bit of time, but yep, right now it has been arrived. And from here, we go to the departure for today's flight. It is coming right up, runway 22. Mostly it is going to be Lalum 1 Delta. Since we are in the company now, we know the waypoints it is arriving, it is assigning. And Telic is the trans. Let's cross check. Lalum 1 Delta, Telecan M512, Hockey 1 Alpha. So we have done with that. At the arrival side as well, we quickly configure that is Maldives, right? This is Maldives, guys. When it comes to Maldives, I would say that is Hockey 1 Alpha is the departure. Oh, sorry, apologies. That means it should be runway 36 with that beautiful ILS is available in runway 36
Zulipang
X-ray.
pagkagilin na.
Haritaraga. And after the X-ray we have Zulu. No, for this runway 36 we have X-ray and whiskey. So I'm selecting ILS 36 whiskey. Arrival as Hockey 1 Alpha. Hockey 1 Alpha is the arrival I'm going to select. This is my golden arrival for today's flight. This is my first rank and I'm better prepared for this. And in the arrival Hockey 1 Alpha, and I don't have any VR in my opinion. I don't have any VR mentioned. But we can explore that, but it is not required. And we can insert it. Yup. We have done our flight configuration end to end. And here we have discontinuity. And we'll fix it up for you over here. And now we have the full flight. And let's go to the other side of the flight as well. And let's check it out. What kind of configurations we have. I think from 2 we are getting the 36, right? Likewise, everything is blah 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 blah. Everything is all there. And over here, I need to configure the fuel. For that, I'll start the sim brief. Invalid aircraft type detected. I think I might need to stop the visibility. Maybe I'll bring the traffic fully up and I'll close this region. Maybe fully like this. And here also I need to show the traffic overlay. Just to make sure my data is protected. That's the only deal over here. Okay, everything is good and working. Great. Now we have the sim brief flight data. We need to configure the aircraft. First of all, let's enable nav real quick. And then cruise apply. Make sure that 1 and 2 is on. And I think here there is a problem. We'll need to wait a little bit. That will be up. Apart from that, everything will be coming up at the same time. I need to load the fuel. Let's see how much fuel we have. 7,200. Let's go here. That means take off 16,000. That means 17,102. Let's take it out. 20,000 fuel. 20,000 kilograms of fuel. We are bringing with this configuration. 21,000 is enough and refueled. I understand it has to be much more realistic, but this time I'll keep it like this.
Boarding
I'll
completed.
onboard my passengers. You can ask JetBridge to come in. And also, I'm all good over here, and passengers are entered into the cockpit, and I'm turning on all the lights on, and passenger seat belts, and
Ladies and gentlemen,
emergency
from the flight
lights.
deck, on behalf of myself, your
We'll
captain, the
alarm for
first
now,
officer, and cabin
and
crew, I'd like to take
then
this
we'll
time to
turn it
welcome you
off.
aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to receive final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Maybe this configuration is a little bit off for me. Let's keep it around 5 over here as block wall, but that's okay. Look at this airport. It is a very beautiful airport. You can see all the breathtaking views of the airport. This is the airport where we are right now in. Actually, it is very closer to us. And another aircraft on the other gate over here. It is also getting ready for the departure. And we have 2 aircrafts today in this vicinity of the airport. And I'm just making it up to make sure everything is up to the standards. I'm just checking the fuel is okay, payload is okay, and everything over here is okay. Only thing is JetBridge I can remove. People are onboarded, my baggage truck, everything I have done. You can assume like that, and you can also remove the ground power unit for now. And takeoff weight we need to configure. Let's take the takeoff weight from here. That is 177.3. We can say I'm just checking some valuable information over here. Okay, we say 130. 130. Looks like these configurations are not an issue for now. Our flex to temp. Takeoff speed are too low. I'll take it as 151. This agreement is fine. We can fix it up. And flex to temp 53. Let's commit around 69. Okay, our flight configurations are good right now. Okay, quickly go through the checklist. Gear pins uncovered, verify and stowed. Fuel quantity checked. 20,100 seat belts on and checked. ADIR is set to now and available. Para reference 1010 or 1013. There I need to check that 1010 para reference. Here also it is 1010. And initial climb, let's say somewhere around 2300, 3400, 500, 600. Okay, I will keep it somewhere around here. And temperature, okay, checked. Before start, parking brake set to set. Takeoff speed and thrust idle. We're just confirming whether it is idle or in the reverse thrust. Right now it is in the idle. Windows closed, beacon on. Checklist completed, APO bleed on. Checklist complete. Okay, we can push back the aircraft. Our gate number is Bravo 14. Traffic pushing back from Bravo 14. Expected runway 22. Okay, connected push car.
Boarding completed.
Boarding is already completed. It was a mistake, but that's fine. I can say my direction is over there. No, I don't want to change any of the direction for now. In a slow, steady speed, I will take the aircraft a little bit out from this location.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, on behalf of myself, your captain, the
My
first
gosh,
officer
I
and
did
cabin
some
crew, I'd
mistake
like to
over
take
here.
this time to welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to receive final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming
We
through the
need to
cabin
bring
shortly
the
with a very
aircraft
important
forward.
safety
I did
briefing.
something
We do ask
wrong
that you
here.
give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
It was an operational mistake. I will revert that up. And stopping parking brake. And right now I am going to depart. When it comes to the Sri Lankan safety audio, I'm playing it just for your enjoyment and to enjoy the same experience. But whatever the audios, they are original ownership is at Sri Lankan Airlines, and there is no relationship between us, the virtual airline, and the Sri Lankan. And also, we are also flyers of Sri Lankan virtual. That means we are just doing that as a part of promoting in our virtual flights. That is the only reason. And I'm running my audio right now.
Ayubowan and welcome to Sri Lankan Airlines. Ayubowan and welcome to Sri Lankan Airlines. Taking off is a world of fun. We're soaring up to the clouds towards the sun. But before we get started and set you on your trip, please buckle up and hear out these safety tips. Now store your bags overhead or under the seat. Keep the exits and aisles clear, then tuck in your feet.
Check. Cabin crew, be
First
seated
things
for
first,
departure.
you've got to buckle up for flight.
After the
Slip it
safety
in,
briefing.
zip it tight till it starts feeling just right. Just lift the top flap up if you need to go. But keep it on visibly if the sign says no. In the unlikely event of an emergency, follow our instructions and listen carefully. Please reach under your seat for your safety vest, but in business class, check your safety card, and we'll explain the rest. Then put it over your head, strap it around your waist, buckle in and tighten to keep it in place. Don't inflate it on board. Wait till you step outside. Then pull the red tabs down or blow the tubes on the sides. If you're with children under the age of 2, special life vests would be provided to you. Now, if the cabin pressure changes, we'll keep you from the dangers. Oxygen masks will drop from above. Let's take care of you first, then help the ones you love. Pull it down, cover your nose and mouth. Wrap the bands around, then tighten the band. Next, turn to your loved ones and lend them a hand. In the unlikely event of an unplanned landing, we'll say this thrice for your understanding. Keep your heads down and stay down. Heads down, stay down. Heads down, stay down. Trust in the crew, there's always a plan. We've got multiple exits, so you're going to be fine. Follow the flow path lights to the nearest sign. Remember to take your heels off and leave them aside. There's no reason to wait. So head on to the slides at your nearest exit. Oh, and before landing and takeoff, note the basics in flight. Switch your devices off. And don't pull out that light. There is no smoking in here. Pull your seat upright, buckle up, and don't lean. Store your trays away and also your screen. If the window seat's the one for you, lift the blinds up for takeoff and let the light shine through. Finally, as we gear up to soar, please check out the safety card for these tips and more. A safe flight is our promise to you. The crew's always around to guide you through, with warmth and hospitality day and night.
Starting engine number
We
2.
thank you for flying Sri Lankan Airlines. Enjoy your flight.
Which floor?
12.
Right now we are starting up our engine. Then only we are moving for the departure. Right now we are getting ready with our checklist. Still we need to wait a little bit. Still engines are turning on. I think I lost some scores over here. This should be engine 1 and engine 2, but I did the other way around. Let's do something over here. I'm turning off engine number 2. And waiting until it is becoming 0. Because in this aircraft, the procedure says starting from engine number 1 and then go to engine number 2. So because of that, I'll wait a little bit, just like this, and starting engine number 1. Look at this spinning. It is spinning very fast. Now this is stopping. I think we should be done in the side and then turning on the engine number 2. Because my procedure went off in the wrong direction, so I need to make sure it is right. Yes, takeoff configuration is normal and we can taxi. Okay, this is our A330-900 aircraft. But with that, we are going to our destination. Colombo traffic, taxi into runway 22. I don't know why I cannot hear anyone's voice messages. I don't know what is the reason. I think one person is departing. He is waiting for me. Yep. He is waiting for me and I'm crossing the runway for the departure. And you can also see LK101, that is myself. Is slowly moving towards the runway. Fully configure the aircraft for the departure. We are slowly taxiing. Our speed is barely manageable 7 and will not barely, actually fully managed. And preparing cabin for the departure in a while. And over here you can see the Sri Lankan catering office. Cabin crew be seated for takeoff. Traffic entering runway 22 for departure. Traffic entering runway 22 for departure. Enter into the runway for the departure. Traffic lining up with runway 22. And we can see the piano keys, and even from over here we can get into the airport. Sorry, to the runway, to the piano keys. Takeoff config check. Normal. Takeoff thrust. Full thrust. Rotate. Positive climb. Kira, look at this. forgot to correct that, but that is completely okay right now. No flaps. Look at this. This is Colombo, and we are passing Colombo. Look at this. The environment is very beautiful. Look at this. There are some lights. I think in Colombo it's a main city, and with its suburbs there is a huge light pollution. You cannot look at the sky the same way you are looking from. That is becoming a truth where you cannot see the real colors from here, but if you look at when the lights are low, the colors are fully visible. I think that is an interesting finding. Look at these two different things. I think the cloud also there, but look at the light pollution in the city area and where are we right now. It does two different things over there. Turning off the lights. Turning off the APU. Removing seatbelts. I think that this is one of the views that you can watch for a moment. It's not like you have watched that go. Most important part is this beauty when we are arriving. Right now we can climb further up to. We can increase this up to the full speed. We have some distance to go, not the heading for sure. flight level 380 is our cruising. We are increasing our speed now. Yep, that is by headwind. Now I think for Sri Lanka there is one arrival preparing up. But then we can look at how Mali is. Now we might be getting a sort of cross or tailwind in the next turn. Next turn looks like it will be a crosswind, but it is again a 6 knots, 7 knots. Where is between that? But we can't say what is the real come up to two signals.